There are themes within Takmalah that listeners may find triggering, including intrusive thoughts, violence, domestic abuse, and suicidal ideation. If any of the topics in this episode speak to you, you're not alone. We have partnered with SAD, who host an online support group every Thursday, aptly named Shits and Giggles. Wherever you are on your journey, SAD offers a chance to connect, to be heard and supported by this incredible group of survivors. We've put the link in the show notes, so please get in touch. If you want to become an ally, follow us, rate, review, share, and we can grow this community and help anyone trying to escape an abusive relationship. With each episode, we gain in strength, numbers, and confidence, and are proud to share an initiative we've been working on. We want to implement a domestic violence disclosure scheme in Portugal to prevent any more deaths at the hands of domestic abusers. And with your virtual signature, we are one step closer, as there really is safety in numbers. So please add your name at the link below. Head over to www.change.org/domestic violence disclosure scheme PT. Thank you for listening.
Paige, I appreciate what I'm about to say. Could be classed as completely fucking mental, but I need this in writing. I need to be able to come back to this moment later and see it clearly, because right now I feel like I've lost my mind. Not in the dramatic way people imagine. No, it's more like my brain has become an NTV celebrity death match between my usual inner critic, let's call it my ego, and him. But I've decided to listen to that blonde woman from social media whose name I can never remember. You know, the let them woman. God, the internet is full of that stuff. Normally I tell my inner critic and baked beans to piss off. But now, let them. I'm going to do what I'm told to by so many armchair or viral psychotherapists. Let them. Release it. Flow with it. No. Absolutely not. Except this one time. Yeah, I'm just going to step out of the ring. The critic can fight with baked beans all at once. They can batter each other senseless for all I care. I'm done listening. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I've heard enough negative things about myself to last several lifetimes. Something happened, the phone rang, I picked up my phone. Oh my God, another message from him. Another long, rambling voice note. More abuse, more threats, more attempts to control the narrative. The same tired script. You're mental. You need help. You're the problem. You. You know the drill. So I just paused it. Stopped listening. I looked at it and just slid that phone right across the floor like it was a bag of shit. And I just thought, no, not today. Oddly satisfying. And then the phone rang. It was T-Bone. He'd spoken to Baked Beans and he was phoning to let me know 100%, to reassure me, I guess, which was so kind. Look, he was going to leave me alone. But apparently, the thing upsetting Baked Beans the most wasn't the possibility of consequences. Oh, no. It wasn't the stalking. It wasn't the threats. It wasn't the harm. It wasn't the truth coming out. It was that he might not get to spend the summer going down to the beach near my house. thunkety dunk. And something inside me clicked. Not anger, not fear, clarity. Because while I was trying to work out how to survive, he was worried about beach access. And suddenly the whole thing became absurd. And that's when this idea built. Not as a business plan, not as some grand strategy, more like a seed. Because what if there was somewhere survivors could go when they were in their shit, where they didn't have to explain themselves from the beginning every single time? What if there was a place online built by people who actually understood? A place where somebody could arrive exhausted, frightened, barely holding themselves together and be met with information, care instead of judgment, facts instead of opinions, support instead of scrutiny, safety in numbers. If no one was going to build it for me, with me, maybe I'd have to build it myself. I mean, the way of everything else, the house, my life, myself. And then came the part that scared me, the warmth. Oh no, there was a rush through my entire body. Well, I thought flashbacks were supposed to be cinematic. Blurry edges, a memory replaying like an old film shot on a fisheye lens. Something recognisable. This wasn't that. This was physical. My entire body was... every nerve ending lit up. I could feel something enormous moving through me, and like with all of them, it's weird. Each time you never know what it belonged to, where it came from, because there's no image, no story, no neat explanation. It's just pure terror raging through your body. Now I understand why people think they're losing their minds. Nobody tells you trauma can arrive without words. Nobody explains that your body can remember things long before your brain catches up. And while all that was happening, another thought kept circling. Am I, Paige, am I a bad person because I can't cope? Because that's what he kept saying in these recent messages. I abandoned him. Can you believe that? I abandoned him. I caused this, apparently. I made him behave this way, as if leaving wasn't the consequence of his behaviour, but the cause of it. The logic is ridiculous when you say it out loud, yet somehow it still gets in. That's what gaslighting does. And lately I've realised it doesn't only happen inside abusive relationships. Society does it too. Families do it. Communities do it. You leave abuse and you're suddenly asked to provide evidence of your own reality. It's gaslighting 101. People you've known for years place more faith on someone they've never met than the person they've known all this time. Why didn't you leave? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you? I mean, these why didn't you questions, all disguised as concern. It's just judgment wearing a friendly hat. And then they wonder why victims go back. That broke my heart more than anything. Not the abuse, the response to it. The way people shrink from uncomfortable truths. The way responsibility quietly slides away from the person causing harm and lands back at the feet of the person trying to escape it. What I've come to understand is that my nervous system isn't reacting because it's bitter or mad. It's reacting because it recognises danger now. When someone minimises what happened to me,
my body hears something very, very different. It hears that my pain is negotiable, that my reality is debatable, my safety is optional. Well, that's a description of what I escaped. Abuse wasn't the only behaviour, it was the minimising, the rewriting, the endless invitation to believe it wasn't really that bad. So no, I don't argue my reality anymore. No, I don't need to. Instead, I'm going to build educational resources, directories, facts, statistics, communities, practical things that might have helped me when I was sitting on my kitchen floor wondering whether I was losing my mind or if he was going to come in there and kill me. Because maybe the answer isn't convincing everyone. It's exhausting. Maybe the answer is finding each other, creating safety in numbers, building something real enough that the next person doesn't have to walk through this alone. And if everyone needs me to be okay before they can hear me, then I will take my sweet time to become okay. I'll work on my house. I'll rest when the flashbacks arrive. Thank you very much. I'll stop when my body tells me to stop. I'll move as far as I can without breaking myself. For now, that is enough. And as for the voices telling me I'm paranoid, dramatic, unstable, too much, let them fight amongst themselves. Because I've got things to build.
Ancient traditions mingle with new aspirations.